Hi everybody. I was actually going to do a bit of a joke actually and just do a... Can you hear me? Anyway, we're back. It's Cuddle time. Yay! Yay! And look who's here. It's Benji.
It's nice to be back.
Hi Benji, it's nice to have you back. Now we were bubbling.
We were.
With James and Ben. And then of course we're now not bubbling.
No.
So we're distancing. Is that right?
That's right.
So welcome everybody. Hope you're all well. Welcome from all around the world. We've got a wonderful show lined up tonight for you, Charlie and Benji, haven't we?
We have.
With lots of great characters. I'm sure that you're all aware of the kind of characters that we're going to be seeing. Two of the characters we've never seen before, so very, very excited about that one. So a couple of bits and pieces we've got to talk about, the boring stuff, I guess. Yeah. We are live, so we will, I think Benji's going to be giving us Annika Rice updates as we go along.
I will.
Which is amazing. So the phones are manned in the UK and the USA, so if you want to do the whole traditional ordering thing, you can do that. Please remember though, the quickest way to order is actually online. And Kimberly's done a wonderful video earlier in the week of how to get that information into your system quicker. And the phone lines will be manned from 8 AM Australia Eastern Time in Australia. So 8 AM they will be manned. So you can still order actually online. We've released 50% of the stock in Australia online, and then 50% is going to be available through the manned phones from 8 AM. So I hope that's clear. There was also some, there was a little controversy, I guess, within the week about how we do the Cuddle Time shows and how we do deal with some of the limited edition bears. Now that's a bigger conversation that we've all got to have. We put the vote out to you guys, which we listened to that vote, but unfortunately it's too quick for us to change that. I think there's still some discussion to be had. So we're sticking the way that we were, and that's that the stock is going to be released as it's available here and now. So there will be a countdown for bears coming up. Is that, I believe, is that right?
Yep. Should be a 3-minute countdown.
So we shall let you know as and when that happens. And we are restricted to one piece per household for the mohair bears. You'll see why in a moment, because we've got some very limited edition bears here. And you must check out to guarantee your purchase. Now, we had a lot of people who were saying, can we just hold baskets and that kind of thing? We have looked at our computer system and it's not able to do it at the moment.
No, not at the moment.
We are looking for ways to solve that, but we just can't do anything with it at the moment. So in order to combat that, we're offering free shipping throughout the show.
And the easiest thing is to sign into your account now. If you've got an account with Charlie Bears, sign into that account now. If you don't have an account, we're going to be doing some Q&A at the beginning, so you've got time to set an account up now, go onto the website, set up an account. And that just means that when you put that into your basket, then you can check out really quickly.
And so we got Klarna, which is available for purchases over £48, and Afterpay in Australia, which is available for payments over $100. Is that also in the USA
as well?
Allow 28 days for delivery, and most importantly, sit back and enjoy the show. Is that it?
Have you finished?
Is that all the boring stuff?
I think it is just about all the boring stuff. So our collectors have been sending us in some questions for you guys. So our first question, and please do send your questions throughout the show, because they'll be sent through to me here on the iPad and we can read those out as well. But the first question I got pre the show is, I struggle to find Charlie Bear's stockists in my area. Is there a way which I can get in touch to let you know where I am struggling to find bears?
That's a really brilliant question, and actually something which Charlie and I have been personally involved in quite a lot recently on our trips specifically to the States. You guys are the experts in your area. So for example, where I used to live and where Charlie and I used to live up in Horsforth, if someone to say to us, where's a wonderful garden centre, I could give you two, right? And they would be both absolutely awesome. In fact, neither of them do. Awesome at stocking Charlie Bears. So what I'm saying is that you guys are the experts in that area. So let us know. Please tell us if there's a company that you think sells beautiful giftware, candles, that kind of thing, even teddy bears, who knows. But if they do, then we'd like to talk to them. So
definitely. But if you're struggling to ever locate a bear, then please, we have the most helpful list of bear clubs globally. So do contact the Bear House and we'll be able to try and find your nearest stockist to where you living.
Okay, great. So next question is, please can you do some of the older bears for the pin badge designs? I love the pins so much, and I'd love to see some of my oldest and dearest bears featured, i.e. Storm, Symphony, Sherbet Lemon. I think someone loves their mohair bears there, but what do you think?
I think that's a lovely
Do you know what I think?
Oh, no.
Here's what I think. The first 12. We've never done the first 12. And we could also do, so we could do the first 12 in the pin badges. What I'm talking about here is the first 12 Charlie Bears. So Jack, Jake, Kai,
Come on.
Thomas,
Yeah.
Timothy,
testing it.
Samuel, Benjamin,
Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah.
Kai.
I said Kai, didn't I?
No, you
Didn't I? Anyway, so there's 12. First 12, we could do that. And then we could also do a very special limited edition Thomas pin badge.
Ooh,
Why? Without stitches.
Without stitches.
So if anybody doesn't know, we actually did 12 bears in our first collection. And Thomas actually was a bit of a mistake in that he came back without, he was supposed to have stitches. We couldn't afford at the time because we were only tiny as a company and we'd run out of money effectively. We couldn't afford to send them back. So we took the risk of sending them out.
It was the first 300 that we created.
It was. And in actual fact, they are very, very collectible. So if you ever find a Thomas without stitches, we want to hear about him.
Or if you've got a Thomas, go and check it after the show.
Yeah.
Go and check it. But also, we would love to have one here in the museum as well. We haven't got one without stitches.
No,
So
we don't.
there's a challenge for you.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
question. Love the question.
Okay. So the next one. I love the Hattie Bears, and I can't wait to see which bears come next from the collection. This is a two-part question. Which hats have you not featured, and which that you would love to use on the bears? And secondly, what is Charlie's favourite style of hat and why? Now, for anyone that doesn't know, Charlie does love her hats. And at home, she has a whole wall dedicated to different styles of hats that are all hung up on hooks.
I haven't actually been wearing all of these hats recently, have I? But
No.
I suppose back in my day, not that I shouldn't, but I should start doing it again.
Yes.
I always used to wear hats, didn't
Yes, you did. So, which hats would you love to use on the bears? And Charlie, what's your favourite style of hat and why?
I? Ooh. Well, I think hats on the bears, we haven't done a top hat yet, which I just, I love top hats. don't
Bowler
I?
hat.
Bowler hat.
I think we should do a life-size bear with a life-size bowler hat on.
Oh gosh, that's me.
That's really cool.
Why?
That'd be a big hat.
It would
would.
be a big
That's the idea.
bear, wouldn't it? It
And
would
your
be
favourite type of hat, Charlie?
I have so many. I do often wear like a
One
little
that I'm wearing.
Panama hat, or sometimes I sort of wear the little Baker Boy styled sort of sloppy Joey type of hat, don't I?
Okay, well, very good. Okay, well, listen, I think that these guys have waited long enough, and I think it's probably about time that we met.
Are we going to meet our first bear?
bear for this
Yes!
evening.
Who's
So
going to
over
introduce
to
him?
you, guys. Over to you guys.
It's Charlie, isn't it?
It is. So I can sneaky reveal now, can I?
You can. So we're going to be seeing 6 bears tonight
are.
and a couple of other characters. This is our very first one. Now, this is a little early for him, isn't it? But this is our anniversary elf.
Elf.
So tell us all about it, Charlie.
It is. Well, as you know, we absolutely love the fact that our collectors get in touch and tell us all about the bears that are sometimes they're most sought after. They're particularly tricky to find because they're often older designs that have retired quite some time ago. So what I always try and do when we're developing an anniversary range, and we sit and talk it through, as you know, in the management team, we will handpick a selection of the suggestions that come through and see who makes it as the hot to trot bears, as we call them. And we have been asked so many times for anniversary elf. I mean, you can see why he's adorable.
I mean, one of the purposes of that, though, Charlie, is that the original is so difficult to find, isn't it?
Incredibly difficult
in
to
pretty much
find.
all of the cases with the anniversary bears,
Absolutely.
we're looking at things like Diesel, Anniversary Ross, one of my favourites of all
Yeah.
time. Those kind of characters, they're difficult to find the original pieces, but we never replicate exactly. We normally go up or down in size.
We've normally in the past only gone down. This year we've done something a little different just because we like to mix everything up. You're not meant to be talking about him yet. Honestly, William. This is why you're not allowed access to secret cupboards.
I think we're probably on a close-up shot there,
Yeah,
so it doesn't
I
actually
think
make any difference. what we're doing.
with Elf, yes, we know there are oodles of our collectors that haven't been able to get Elf. So we decided to do an anniversary one.
And so he is smaller than the original.
He is
How
smaller.
much smaller? I mean, original Elf was quite a big.
He was. He's
Gave you big
not
bear
quite
cuddles.
half size, but almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and so with the anniversary bears, the design is the same. It's just been scaled back, or the design is different.
The design is exactly the same. If we can replicate with the fabrics that we used, we have very clever artists. So normally we can almost colour match, which is great. Even though the fabrics, you know, we might have released that back in 2010, something like that, and you sit there and you think, oh, it's 10 years later, how are we going to get hold of that fabric? But we always manage to do it. I think he's adorable, and there are only 600 worldwide.
600.
600. I know. I know.
So should we have a little close up? Can we have a little close up, Sam? Is that all right? Can I come up to the camera?
Yeah.
We like a little close up. We like a little close up. Sorry, we're coming up this way. Oh, we're coming up to this one. Ooh, there we go. So we go. This is Anniversary Elf, and he's got his little hat on, and look at that. He's got his little scarf on as well. So there we go. That is our Anniversary Elf.
So the phone lines and internet are incredibly busy for our little man here. So if you are online, please make sure that you pop him in your basket, check out just to make sure that you avoid disappointment. We do the free shipping so that you can get as many bears you like throughout the show without having to pay multiple shipping charges. So, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, don't wait for the next bear to come along. You know, go ahead and check out. Just
Who's
so
the
you
next
make
bear?
sure. I'm not telling you.
Why?
You'll have to wait and see.
Stop hurrying.
I've seen them all.
You're just going to have to wait and see, Mr. Morris.
Wait and see pie.
You are indeed. Okay, now I think that we are going to be heading over to Helen.
Love this bit.
Yeah, it was so popular last time round that we brought it back this time round. We're going to go around the world with Helen to see some of
We
our
should have a jingle.
collectors.
Sam, we haven't got a jingle.
We haven't got a jingle, no.
Round the world with
so,
Helen.
Helen, whereabouts are you in the gallery, please?
Thanks, guys. Now, where do you think I am? Not in the shop today. I'm in the newly updated museum and gallery. So exciting. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, the last few weeks, I have been all over the world, virtually, of course, speaking to our collectors. First of all, here's Gail.
Hi Gail, how are you?
Hi Helen, I'm fine, thank you. And how are you today?
Do you know what? All the better for seeing you, obviously. Now tell me, where in the world are you?
Well, I live in Spain, in the Costa Blanca North, in a very small village called El Rafol de la Munia.
Wow. Are you originally from the UK? Come on, you are, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually British, and I lived in London and also in Norfolk, and we emigrated to Spain 13 years ago.
Lovely. I'm not jealous in the slightest. But anyway, moving on swiftly. Your bears behind you look absolutely lovely. How long have you been collecting Charlie bears?
I've been collecting them since 2007, so really from the beginning.
Right, amazing. Now, I have to ask, Phileas is looking a bit grumpy. What have you done to him?
Poor Phileas. He is a little bit grumpy because he came to me from a lovely lady in Ireland, and unfortunately during the lockdown debacle we were trying to get back to Spain, and at some point I mislaid his tags. I have photographs of his tags. I have photos of him with his tags. He's not happy because I don't have the tags.
Oh, naughty mummy bear. He is... He is not happy. Oh, well, hopefully we'll sort it out for you. Now, tell me, what question do you have for William and Charlie?
Hi, William and Charlie. Well, my question revolves around these two. I would really love you to make, if at all possible, some more from the Woodland collection in mohair, just like Brock and Treetops. I'm particularly hoping if you would make some from Australia, such as an echidna, a wombat, or a duck-billed platypus.
What a brilliant idea. And you know what? I know the Australian collectors are all cheering now as you're saying that. So that's fantastic. So, yeah, William and Charlie, what do you think?
Hi, Gail. Oh, amazing. All the way from over in Spain. That's amazing. And I saw some really popular bears there. Well, in fact, very, very sought after bears there. Mulligan was in there. There was original Diesel in the background there, I saw in the background. So, yeah, that's incredible. So, thank you for that. So, woodland animals, Charlie.
No, love that idea.
So,
And a duck-billed platypus.
Aussie woodland animals.
I've never had that as a suggestion before.
That's a very specific.
Mohan.
Was the quokka?
Yeah.
That was the one with the smile, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's just always smiling all the time.
Yes.
It's the happiest animal
Absolutely
ever.
love that. Thank you so much, Gail. That's my
like
brain's going now. I've got to stop this, otherwise I end up
Fizzing
getting
and
distracted.
whizzing. Thank you very much, Gail. That's a great question. So more woodland animals, Charlie. I think we can
Absolutely.
probably accommodate that.
Yeah.
We've got a question coming in here saying, does Elf stand?
If he's really good, no.
No.
He won't.
He doesn't. He
so
doesn't
the-
have the flat paw pads. So no,
Did
he's
the
a
original elf stand?
No.
He wasn't, was he?
No,
So no, but he sits really well.
he really, really does.
Does.
And so cute.
We are also having some issues with some spam, so I hear. So I apologise. We do have our guys. It's been reported, and hopefully they'll jump all
I
over
like
that.
spam.
Not that
kind of
spam. No,
One
I'm
in a
afraid
tin.
not. Right, we are heading back over to Helen now. Helen, back over to you.
Right, thanks for that, guys. Now, have you noticed that up until this point, all our collectors have been female? Well, got a little treat for you all. Steph, are you there? Hello, Steph.
Hey, Steph, hi, how are you?
Hi, Helen. How are you?
Oh, all the better for speaking to you, obviously. Now,
great.
Steph, tell me, where in the world are you?
Well, I'm in Pretoria in South Africa. Very hot and sunny South Africa, and I love it to be here.
Oh, I am not jealous at all because I am in rainy, chilly Cornwall. Anyway, Steph, your collection looks beautiful behind you. You've got two of my favourites. You've got Rum Barber and you've got Advent. Love, love, love.
I just love them. Yeah, they are beautiful, eh?
Listen, Steph, tell me, why do you like Charlie Bears so much?
Well, I love Charlie Bears because it's a great product, first of all. It's a big variety of bears, and I love the fabric. Yeah, that's why I love Charlie Bears. Yeah.
Oh, that's so. Do you know what? That's so lovely for you to say that because I know you make some of your own bears as well, don't you? So thank you so much for that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, and I also love doing that.
Oh, now, what question have you got for Charlie and Will?
Well, for Charlie and Will, the question I want to ask them, if it will be possible if they can incorporate some new textiles into their bear designs. For example, wood and porcelain and leather. For example, wooden paws, wooden tickly toes, or maybe a porcelain face, you know, connecting to the material they already use, and maybe leather. I think that will make the Charlie Bear product an outstanding type of product for collectors to collect. So yeah, I wonder if I can give them a challenge, if they can maybe incorporate some new textiles like that into their design.
Oh, Steph, I love you. You always make me giggle. You are so cheeky. Charlie and Will, there's a bit of a challenge. Over to you guys.
Hi, Steph, all the way over from South Africa. Brilliant. What a brilliant accent.
Oh,
a
it's
lovely, beautiful
lovely.
accent as well. Not somewhere where Charlie and I have been yet.
No, not
yet. We'd love to go.
Absolutely.
Go see the swallows in South Africa. Love to go see them. What a lovely question. So, Charlie, challenge Charlie.
I know. I do actually offer cheeky Charlie challenges out to all bear cubs.
This is a cheeky
one's
Charlie
coming.
challenge
I
to you, isn't
think-
it?
Yeah, it's come back and
It has like a little boomerang.
yeah.
I love that. Anybody who knows me knows I love textiles, and playing around is my favourite hobby, isn't it? Fabrics. So watch this space. Challenge accepted, Steph.
There we go. So I'm thinking. So we were talking like wooden claws and that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
leather
You know, you're going to be
paw
working
pads.
with Alison, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Alison gets all the tricky ones.
She does. Bless her.
That's a brilliant question. Loved it. Thank you.
Love it.
Thanks for that, Steph.
Absolutely love it.
Right, so just a quick update on our anniversary. Alfie is, as I said before, selling really, really quickly. So please, this is our little chappy here.
Somebody's asked us a question, Benji, about how tall he is.
Oh,
He's that tall.
right.
How tall
I
is he?
believe it's 15
14,
inches.
15 inches.
Yes, I believe he's 14 and 15 inches.
He
so we'll
doesn't
say 15.
stand, but
He
I will
doesn't.
just...
But when we measure from the base of the paws up to the top of his hat. So yes.
There you go, you have a seat, my friend. Right, we're going to jump back to some questions. So questions, I'm going to give you some live questions that we've had through.
Yeah.
What is the most challenging plush bear that you've ever made? And that's from Ebony and Willa. Hi, Ebony. Hi, Willa.
Hi. I tell you exactly which one it was. It took 5 years to create.
Yeah.
And it was all because James wanted a rat. Do you remember?
Rats.
Oh,
Templeton. The rat. And I could not get that right. Isabel and I struggled and struggled and struggled.
The first prototypes weren't great.
No, it was because they weren't what I call that pantomime-y soft.
No.
I don't like anything looking too sort
Scary.
of fierce or
It
ferocious.
was too scary.
So it took a while to get that exact look. But it was so
But
well
wasn't
worth
that
the wait.
the case with mice as well in the plush collection? That we
Yeah.
could do really good mice within the mohair collection, but then
Yeah.
doing them in the plush was a challenge. And then all of a sudden we found a way, and that was it.
It is, and I think it's like that with any of the new designs that come through. You know, we do always, especially myself, take it personally to get that challenge, to get a soft, gorgeous little character out of that style. So we're very used to doing bears and pandas, puppy dogs, kittens, bunnies. So if it's something a little out of the ordinary, I suppose they're the most challenging. But today it has to be Templeton.
Can we have bears named after the islands of Scilly or major towns in Cornwall?
Silly Billy.
So we've had a Lanson bear, haven't we?
We could have
We
Silly
have.
Billy.
And actually,
We could have Truro.
we have a Piran in this year's collection, which is actually after our patron saint for Cornwall. So
I
yes,
could
I
do
think
that while
would
I'm
be
doing
quite
my
good.
little challenge around Cornwall.
You could.
I'm going to visit all of the saints in Cornwall.
You
all of
are.
them.
Yeah, all of the saints in Cornwall. St Just, St Ives, St... There's loads of saints.
Well, are they putting you up? Are they going to give you food?
I don't know, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. I shall collect something from them.
So I think that's a lovely idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So could Charlie Bears make more accessories, i.e. hats, scarves, even little dresses or waistcoats, etc., like a little boutique for bears? Is that plausible, please?
I was just thinking instead of haute couture, it could be pour couture.
Portraiture.
oh, darling.
Oh, it could. They're just lovely. I love it when we see the collectors' photos where they've gone out and bought little outfits. They're just so scrumptious and delicious. And I sort of sit there and it always makes me smile.
I
you
can just
know.
see them on the Beverly Hills Boulevard. Boulevard.
Bear,
Does that work? It doesn't work, does it?
Boulevard. No.
Kind of works.
Can we have a giggling Hattie Bear, please? So, I mean, it's
thought
been
we'd
a
done a
while since
giggler.
we've done a gorgeous giggler.
Have we? I thought
We
we'd
do.
done a
We
goldfish
have.
giggler
We
with
do.
a hat
We
on.
have in the past, but not recently. Mohair.
Think.
Mohair. We normally
Yeah,
do.
like
so
Gus and
That's
people
it.
like that, yeah.
So yes, absolutely. It's a very tricky design feature that we do put into the bears. But as you know here, we love to be challenged, and we don't let little things get us down like that. We just work extra hard to make sure they're perfect.
Indeed, we work extra hard. Now, this one I think a lot of our viewers, collectors, and ourselves can relate to. Can Charlie Bears please create a little naughty step for our bears to sit on?
You'd need a staircase.
Yeah.
He's looking.
I need a
big
naughty
chair.
house. A what?
You need a big chair.
Why?
You'd need a naughty
I think
chair.
Always on the naughty
No,
step.
I think
I
I've got-
saw your teas the other
I
day.
thought I'd got less.
Yes, I know.
So there we
We
go.
haven't
Charlie
spoken
hasn't
about.
seen it.
No, I have seen it.
What teas?
Stop it.
What
No.
teas? Oh, you mean that teas? Are we doing it? Or am I showing too much now?
No.
I'm probably just showing too much now,
Down,
aren't I?
down, 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 down. Yes, I think that is a lovely idea, isn't it? We often talk about the naughty step.
We do often talk about the naughty step, but it's usually the collectors,
Yeah.
not the bears, that are on the naughty step.
Absolutely.
It's usually the collectors that are on the naughty step. Okay, can we have a black and white version of Kim?
Kim.
It's a nice idea.
Kim was the Plumo?
The,
Oh, is that Kimberly?
that's Kimberly.
Right, Kim.
Kim, Coco, K.
Kim. Oh, yes, yes.
So are we
Little
talking
black and white.
panda? Are we talking
Yeah.
panda?
It would have to be a panda. If
Yeah,
it was
real
like
panda.
him, it would need to be a panda. So a little black and
love it.
white, classic panda in the Kim styling.
Okay. April asks if we can have more growler bears.
Ooh,
We
done
haven't
growlers
we
for
haven't done a
ages.
growler. Do you know, one of the problems with growlers is that if they got slightly damp, the way in which you make a growler effectively is like a little cardboard thing inside. So if the bear ever got slightly damp in a damp room, it stopped the growler working, didn't it? Yeah. And it was one of those things where we had kind of bears which went, and that was it. Not really a proper growl. And then we had other bears that went,
But there's no reason why we can't.
Oh, that was very good.
That was
nearly
very
real,
good.
wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It's kind of a cross between a bear and a
It
sheep.
was.
Lena
No,
says that William needs a naughty staircase, not
I
a
do.
step.
Yes, thank
thank
you very much.
Lena.
Thank you very much
That's
indeed, Lena.
so true.
Very happy to go and sit on your staircase.
Very, very true. Okay, so one last question before we jump on to meet our next character, and that is, would you ever consider making a few ceramic ornamental bears as opposed to plush bears?
I saw this question and I thought that was really nice. This actually goes back to when Charlie used to have the shops in Leeds and in Horsforth. You used to do some ceramics, Charlie.
We did. We stocked quite a few from, obviously, the Cherished Teddies. We had the little Bear and Me series from
Gillies.
Colourbox.
Was it Gillies?
And a wonderful artist, Gilly Studio, who used to do the most phenomenal sort of oversized ceramics that I stocked, and they were stunning, absolutely stunning.
And in fact, one of the trade shows that we went to, we got talking to somebody who did ceramics.
We did.
And we just never took it further because I think there was so much going on at the
I think
time.
at the time, yeah, but I love all of these ideas. So please, please, please keep asking us these questions. Anything is plausible. I keep saying that, don't I?
And I know I said last question, but this one's just popped up, and it's actually really interesting because we have done these in the past. And Hayley asks, can we have a Charlie and Will couple of bears?
Ah.
Wow.
So, you know, we've done
So
sort
Love
of
You and Snuggle
Yeah.
and
Rhubarb and
Grandma
Crumble.
and Grandad,
Grandma
I
and
suppose,
Grandad.
were,
Yeah.
came out at the same time.
Charlie
So,
and Will.
yeah, a Charlie and Will couple.
Well, maybe I could just be sat on the naughty
I
staircase.
was just about to say, would that actually come with a naughty step?
Yes.
Oh, and you have an angel step.
Almost,
Yes, don't worry. Yeah.
Right. Well,
Can we
listen.
just meet this with the
Yes.
bear?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
I mean, honestly.
Over to you.
Thank you. So, when we said about anniversary bears, and right, okay. So basically, this is
See
anniversary.
Charlie.
Oh, I'm happy. Don't worry about that.
This is anniversary McKinley. And now McKinley was launched on QVC in the USA
Yeah.
First ever show.
2 years ago, I want to say, in September 2 years ago.
Yes, I would say.
Possibly.
It might have been
Three.
3 years ago, mightn't it? 2017, I bet it was. And he was a massive success, huge success, and in fact sold out very, very quickly. And there was lots of uproar about it because we couldn't get him back into the UK. We managed to get a little pourful of stock into the UK and into Australia, but that was it.
Not enough.
So we wouldn't ordinarily make an anniversary bear this quick, really, would we? But we wanted to bring something out that obviously, you know, people were upset about it. And also, we didn't want to kind of follow the whole rules as to what... Charlie, I'm going to show you. So we didn't want to follow the whole rules as to anniversary bears always have to be smaller.
No, they don't. There's
So
no
this
set
is-
rule.
There's nothing
is
small about this.
Anniversary
No.
McKinley. This is the first white, all white bear that we've done in this size. Is that right?
Bear. No.
No.
In this size?
Yeah, we did ivory.
India and
Ivory.
Yeah, that's what I said. So he is limited to 600 pieces
He is.
worldwide.
Globally.
And only at the moment available on Charlie Bears Direct in all 3 locations.
Yes.
Is he?
Yes.
Yep.
Comes in an amazing box.
He truly does. And he's gorgeous. We wanted to supersize him because if we'd have replicated and put him into a smaller size, it was too close to the original. When you looked at it, we did try it, but it was just way too close.
You've got
Definitely.
nose.
He has.
Oh.
He has indeed.
He is uber cute. So again, we're talking same design. We've just scaled the design
We
up.
have, and this one does actually stand as opposed to the little original one that had tickly toes.
Does he sit as well or not?
He does sit because he's jointed, so that's fine. But like I say, 600 worldwide.
So his legs may be quite stiff because he's a bit of a weighty
Do
bear.
you know what? What we always say, Benji, I think with the stiffer-legged bears, is that the reason that they are able to stand is because they do have stiff joints. Now, if those joints become loose, it then becomes difficult to stand the bear. So therefore, you know, sit the bear down now and again because they're going to get achy legs. But don't have them kind of constantly up and down all the time because it can actually cause problems.
You'll loosen the joints.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so he's got a lovely big bell on there, so you can hear it.
He has.
coming.
Yeah.
He can indeed, and again, super gorgeous.
And so, talk to us about this paw detail at the. I don't think I ever really noticed that on the original McKinley.
No, well, you see, it's lots of little details that you don't notice straight away. So when you do get bear back home and you have your own little private bear box reveal, you can see all of the different details. But the fabric that we've used on this is uber soft, super, super soft, and it feels just incredible, doesn't it?
He's totally incredible.
I love him.
Let's
I
give the
think he's
guys a
gorgeous.
face up close.
Face up
Will.
close?
Yeah.
So we're going to go on this.
Excuse me.
Coming in.
So while that is happening, it is extremely popular again on the telephones on the internet. So please, if you have him in your basket, remember free shipping, which is just amazing for this bear actually because he is super sized.
He is.
So he's going to sit amongst. How tall is he? This is one of our
30 inches.
one of our 30-inch bears. So we've got lots of 30-inch bears in the collection so far, and I'm sure more to come.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And then we have got some bears even bigger than that in the collection as well, and obviously much smaller ones. So if you were to sit him down... Then
Are you
could
giving
have...
secrets away?
No.
No.
Oh, just one.
I'm just saying I'm sure to come, that's all.
Oh, right, okay.
So if you were to sit him down, then it's a perfect place. Always room for one more bear.
Yeah.
It's a perfect place to pop a little bear to sit on his knee. Indeed. Well, that is just lovely. Right, let's have a look where we are. So now we are going to be looking at another new product. It's not a bear,
Oh, right.
but it's...
Well-
well, yeah, I mean, it is sort of a bear.
Kind of.
Kind of a bear.
Can
So
I put
if-
McKinley down?
No, no.
No.
Because then the public can't see you, so our collectors can't see you.
Hi.
So
You stand there. Since
you may, some of our collectors out there may have all three of these bears, may have one of these bears, but these do come as a set, don't they, Charlie?
They do indeed. So for all of our collectors out there who collect our stunning pin badges, I know we had the question earlier about
Need a
those.
close-up, Will.
You really,
Oh, do
really
we?
do.
Yeah.
You really, really do. Let me just pop one on here. I'm not sure. It does come in a little packet.
What is that? Is this?
So these
Are you
the
going
three
close up?
fathers.
I'm doing a close up. Am I?
Yeah.
Have you got that on there? So we have Father of the Forest, Grandfather of the Mountains, and Lord of the Arctic.
That's fantastic. And how did these bears come
I'm trying
about?
to stay as still as possible.
Yeah. Stop
Can I
shaking.
go back now?
Stop shaking.
Yes, you can walk back. Just watch your back there. So with the pin badges, obviously we've been launching them
I like those.
at different times of the year. Sometimes when we release a Best Friends Club piece, there is a badge that accompanies that. And we've tried to go back and really pick up on, as we call them, little hero pieces, which we've then tried to recreate in a pin badge. We know that the collectors are absolutely adoring the sets. You know, we've done the Queen's Bees, and we've also done the Folklores and Fables, Elves and the Shoemaker. So we wanted to do another little set, and this one was just so incredibly gorgeous.
They're absolutely beautiful.
Incredible.
aren't they?
Yeah, beautiful.
They
really,
really,
nice.
really are. And you will
What's all that,
find
Benji?
they're all limited to 300 pieces,
Right, okay.
and you've actually got matching numbers on those.
Okay, so these numbers will all be the same.
They
So
will.
I've got here, if I just take a little sneaky
They
peeky. Oh, in the light. I've got number 239 of
Wow.
300 here. And I'll just.
So you won't get
check
that one?
Yeah, they're all 239 as
They
well.
are
so they
indeed.
do all match, which is
They do.
absolutely fantastic.
We have to thank the Bear Cubs for that because they've sat there and gone through each and every single one, and we've put them all
So what
together.
happens when they? So they don't arrive made up like this.
No, we make the packs up here at the Bear House.
So do the pins come in blocks of the three numbers, or do they come all?
No, they come in a gigantic, great big bag where all the numbers are all higgledy-piggledy.
Wow.
It's like
so they
doing
have
a
to sit
puzzle.
there and say, right, I've got 239. Have you got 239?
239, anyone?
239,
Yeah.
239, anyone?
Yeah.
It's like
Wow,
bingo.
so that's going to have taken a bit. That's going
Two
to
and
take a
one.
bit of time to do.
3.
Lovely. Well, they are fantastic.
Brilliant.
So, which one? Who have we got? This one is
We've got Father of the Forest,
Father of the Forest,
Lord of the Arctic in the
Lord of
middle,
the Arctic,
Grandfather of the Mountains.
Grandfather of the Mountains.
Incredible.
Absolutely beautiful. They are wonderful. Right. Now, we are now moving on to 2
Ooh.
brand new bears.
2.
2 brand new bears.
Well, I think.
that we have never
Never seen.
well, we've seen maybe a little bit of one of
A
them.
percentage of one. Is that
saw
the right way?
it.
I saw.
She saw it. She
I
knows.
didn't actually see straight away. It was a collector who
I-
told me
Right.
that you'd been naughty.
You'll always get found out. I'm
You
afraid.
will. So thank you.
At
You
least
know
I
who
didn't
you
show you
are.
everything.
Listen, Charlie, were you aware that William's been naughty again?
Okay, so let's meet these 2 new characters then, guys.
So,
The first one, it's another Hattie bear.
it's another Hattie bear.
So we've got something very important to say about these 2 bears first and foremost. haven't
Okay, we have indeed. So they were nearly not going to make it into this show, but we'd lined them up for this show, and we really wanted to introduce. Sorry, this one is called Mushroom. We really
Do you
wanted
get that?
to-
It doesn't take up much room. Mushroom.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is good.
This
that
is
is
why I
good.
don't
That is
tell
good.
jokes.
I mean, that's a very good joke.
It's just that I made Charlie think this is a really rubbish joke, but actually, inside I'm like, ah!
You're sad because it wasn't you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So this is Mushroom. So basically, we were hoping that we would be able to get Mushroom and the next one, Nifty, into all 3 locations, Australia and the USA. At the moment, Mushroom is only available within the UK, but available to buy eventually will be into the States.
He's
and
en route.
Australia.
He's en route. He's just
they're on the
running a
way.
little late.
And so, what are we going to do anything for the collectors? It's obviously not the collectors' fault that they can't, in USA and Australia, they can't buy these 2 bears this evening. So,
Yep.
what are we going to do for them? When
So
they
obviously
arrive?
we're doing free shipping throughout the show, which you're obviously going to get within the UK. And when these 2 arrive, we're going to be able to give you free shipping on these as well.
We are. So please,
so-
yes, I was going to say, email in and create. I think we're going to be creating wish lists
Okay.
in both Australia and America. And obviously, as soon as they arrive, they won't be too long. We're so sorry.
So the way to do that is to email adoptions@charliebears.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's the best way. Have we got the wish list on this one as well on the CBD website?
No,
We'll
not on
check
the
that.
website. I think you need to, if you want this bear, then raise your interest by sending an email to
Yep.
adoptions@. So just to recap, you'll be able to buy these 2 bears in the UK now, and in Australia and the USA they will follow. So register your interest by sending an email to adoptions@charliebears.com.
Are we supposed to be
Absolutely.
showing this bear?
So,
It's both
in,
bears.
you
I
can
mean,
hold on one second because you haven't spoken about
yeah,
Little
okay.
Mushroom yet,
Over
have
to
you?
you guys. Let's go.
Have you? He's so naughty. Have you seen?
I know.
So with Little
No
Mushroom, Little Mushroom,
not
anybody
mushroom on there.
who has Toadstool or any of the other Hattie Bears will recognise that Mushroom is the latest addition to that little mini-series that we've created. Now, unlike, obviously, the other Hattie Bears where there's normally limited in production to around 3,000, we can actually only make, because of the fabric that we had available, 450 of Little Mushroom.
Good.
So he is part of our Hattie series.
And that's worldwide, not just
That's
the UK.
worldwide. I'm so sorry, but we did actually run out of fabric. And I didn't want to change the fabric because then it wouldn't have been Mushroom, would it?
So some people, Nifty has gone live as well, so people are already buying Nifty.
Okay, let's get Nifty
So
up
let's
very
Nifty
quickly.
in.
So Nifty, his little woodland friend here, our gorgeous little woodland hare. Now, on this one, and I'm sorry, I'm probably going to get told off for this, we can only actually make 250 globally. So we really, really wanted to put this into a Cuddle Time show because we know that you're seeing something that's completely new. Again, it was a fabric that we had spare in the factory that we wanted to try and use because we're terribly green and we use all of our fabric. We have zero wastage at Charlie Bears. but we were able to create this little character.
So these haven't been in any catalogue?
Nothing at all.
No one's ever seen them until
So
just now?
these are
Last minute.
absolutely brand new products that we've never seen before.
They are. And like all our bunnies, he has little wide ears. Being a hare, he has the big, large paws and his tiny little tufty tail at the back there. Absolutely exquisite.
And the most adorable waistcoat.
He's got a little waistcoat. Maybe start off our Paw Couture range, because if you don't like him on Nifty, you could perhaps take him off and pop that onto Mushroom, couldn't you?
Yes.
So just to reiterate, then we got Nifty the rabbit, limited to, well,
$2.50.
what we're saying limited to, is it just
Globally.
Is it limited?
It's
edition?
limited in production.
Limited in production to 250
Yes.
pieces globally, and then we got Mushroom, which is limited in production to only 450 pieces globally.
Yes.
It's available now in the UK,
Yeah.
but available just slightly later in Australia and slightly later
He's on
in
his way.
USA.
He's on
Register
his way.
your interest, emailing adoptions@charliebears.com. So, I mean, that's a rather over-the-top hat, isn't it?
It is. And I just think that he just wanted to feel a little
So
taller.
it's almost like he's trying to get attention. I mean, it's the kind of hat that
But-
Will might wear, maybe.
Absolutely. But I think he's very elfin-like.
I don't really do
isn't he?
drama.
He's very elfin-like. And we had such a wonderful response to Toadstool when we'd done that in the collection. And everybody was saying, oh, can we have some more gnomey, elfy-style hats? So we had to do it. He's uber cute, teeny weeny tiny, and like I say, only 450, but he's got that fragility. He's kitten weighted. He's absolutely adorable.
That is
He's having little
incredible.
cuddles.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, let's give the guys a close-up, Will.
Well, we got a close up.
Oh, have we?
Yes,
Oh,
we
we're
are.
on- We're on close-up.
We're on
Okay.
close up.
Then I apologise.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
The most amazing close up.
So, just a quick update on Anniversary McKinley in the USA. He has sold out for now, but there is more stock arriving in the USA. So, if you've missed out in the USA, again, send an email to adoptions@charliebears.com and register your interest. And when it comes back into stock, someone will be in touch.
McKinley, actually named after Mount McKinley in the States.
It was also, wasn't a president, wasn't it? McKinley was a president.
I don't know. You're the quiz expert.
Well, so are you. We're sort of both quiz experts, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
So, so these little guys, he's got the most beautiful little nose there with some sparkle detail in the nose.
I love doing
on
the
Mushroom.
overstitching. Absolutely.
And we've got a lovely little pink rabbit nose that would stick out in any field. Although with this very handsome waistcoat, I'm sure that he
It's
would
gorgeous, isn't it? That
stand
wonderful
out
velveteen.
anywhere. He would look very smart turning up.
I'm reading some of the comments that are coming through. Someone's put, Mushroom is now mine. Wah, ha, 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 ha.
Oh, I feel a bit sorry for him.
So, would have been nice to introduce Ben and tell us who he actually is.
Oh,
Benji,
for anybody that doesn't know who I am.
well, Benji used to, in fact, let's just start again. Ben and James have been with the company now for 10 glorious years.
10 years.
And in fact, in September, they were with us for 10 years.
Yes.
So they got the long service badge. And Ben is, in fact, my right-hand man. So Ben keeps me in check, shall we say. Keeps me off the naughty step. He is,
miserably
his
at
official
that.
title is Global Operations Global Operations and Financial Director.
Yeah, but that's really boring.
That's really boring. So have we got a better, more interesting title? Like,
No.
You can see how the meetings
Naughty
go, can't
step.
you, at work? Honestly, you can
Naughty
can
step.
truly
naughty
see.
step, something or other. So that's who Ben is.
Yes.
In fact, I'm doing his appraisal in a farm shop.
we're having breakfast.
Breakfast. Yes. Yep. That's the appraisal. Mushroom is cute. Got Mushroom, me too. Only Anniversary and Elf and McKinley are on the website.
Only what, sorry?
Only Anniversary, Elf and McKinley are on the website.
Okay, so the guys will have picked up on that. So someone will take a look and just make sure that it's either that they've sold out or that there's an issue, but the guys will have a look into that for you. Mushroom and Nifty are selling extremely quickly. So again, if you've got them in your basket, please make sure to check out. And if you're lucky enough to get these beautiful pair home, you don't have to have them both. Obviously, you can have them individually, but I think that they are such a wonderful little pairing there.
has little, I think that maybe little Nifty's chosen you. You keep looking at him.
I know, it's do you
It's
know
the
what it is?
waistcoat.
It's the waistcoat. I'm sorry if I've ruined shot. I've just picked him up, but it is
Go on, why?
absolutely. I mean, it's just so velvety soft, and this beautifully lined as well in there with the corduroy, and this beautiful pink nose and these enormous feet. You know, I don't think I've ever actually been lucky enough to see a hare in the wild, but I do really, really love hares, and you know, we have pictures of hares and cushions of hares, and we've got all sorts of hare things at home. So I see he's got wired ears here as well.
He has.
So we can play around with his ears and change the way.
This is my favourite thing. I love seeing people interact with the bears. Honestly, it just makes my heart
gorgeous
flick
oversized ears, and again they've got that lovely suede inside the ears, and so soft, and that beautiful flash of white on the back there. There's a bobtail. What's got you so amused?
It says LinkedIn has him listed as Global Finance and Operations Director, but we know him as someone who's always been around the sign and is a terribly nice guy.
Oh, thank you very
Benji,
much.
and also
true.
used to do some of the QVC shows.
Yes.
He did
And was
indeed.
amazing.
Benji
I
was my
want him
knight
back.
in shining armour.
It's not my favourite thing to do. I
But
have
he's
to say.
amazing at it. Honestly, he does so much work.
And so then here we have the lovely mushroom. That really is an oversized hat. So we've got some lovely stitching in the hat here, up here, which gives them those little creases and gives it that curve and that bend.
It just gives it
so
that
the
lovely texture.
The hat's attached.
It is, but you can remove it should you want to.
Okay, lovely.
You can indeed.
And that beautiful turquoise nose there. And wow, look at those pads. They're the same colour
They are.
as his hat.
We're all colour coordinated
We are all
here.
colour coordinated.
But I think he's
That
gorgeous.
is
And like I said earlier, anybody
fantastic.
who collects the Hattie series, who has Toadstool already, you need to make some room for Mushroom. Doesn't take up Mushroom.
So there's a few bits and pieces coming through on the live Facebook, Benji. So
Right, okay.
please, more dragons. Charlie, these are just general things. I stand by it. He is a terribly nice guy.
Who says that?
I love Ben,
Who says that?
Jay Hensley,
Oh.
and
Thank
Pete.
you,
Hi,
Jay.
And Pete
Jay.
Matthews says, I stand by it. He's a terribly nice guy. Ben is in love. That's Afflian from Holland from
Yes.
last time. Yeah. Oh, Edith is playing Havoc. Edith the bear.
Oh.
That's Jay Hensley's bear. Edith. She's on the account.
She is a naughty bear.
She is a naughty bear.
bear?
Yeah.
on.
Somebody put. How do you buy?
How do you buy? So you can either give us a call in your, I don't know whereabouts you're located, but if you're in the UK, I know that number off by heart. That's 01566 777 It's 01566 777 If you're in either Australia or the USA, please log on to the website. It's www.charliebearsdirect, all one word, .com. www.charliebearsdirect.com.
Details on screen, Benji.
And the details are on screen.
They are
That's
indeed.
absolutely fantastic.
So thank you very
Say
much. for
that's
that.
really good. On my phone, I just look for work.
Yeah. Just dial work.
I'm in major trouble. Got Alf, but fallen for Mushroom.
But he doesn't take up.
Mushroom.
Tiny Christmas bear decorations, please. Little Christmas decorations, please. Oh, there we go. We've got a couple of suggestions for that.
Yep.
Peregrine is watching the show. I love Jay Hensley. He's a total legend.
Legend.
I saw the real JJ in Tesco's.
JJ is in the room. in the background.
JJ's throwing his hand. I think you should come on shot. Come on shot,
Yeah.
JJ.
He's got his shorts on.
Come
no
on
one sees
shot.
his legs.
Come on shot. This is
Go-
this
go
is,
in front
this
there,
is real
close up.
JJ. Come on. There you go. There he is.
Right, Will, listen, we've been gassing. We need to move on.
Sorry.
We need to move on.
Yeah.
So we are now going back to Helen. So Helen, are you there?
Hi again, guys. Now, I went over to the European Union. Where did I go? Over to Julia.
Hello. Now, tell me who you are and where in the world are you from?
Hi, I'm Julia and I'm from Germany.
Oh, hi, Julia. Wow, your bears look beautiful. How long have you been collecting for?
I'm collecting for 2 years.
2 years? How many bears have you got?
93 bears at the moment. Oh yes, it's a lot of bears.
Oh, well, do you know what? They look absolutely awesome. And I actually met you a couple of weeks ago, and it's really lovely to see you again. So, Julia, I understand that you've got a question for Will and Charlie. Would you like to ask it?
Yes, I will. My question is, do you still have your first teddy bear? And what kind of bear is it? And what is the story behind this bear?
Oh, that is such a good question. Okay, Will and Charlie, tell us everything.
Oh, thank you, Julia. That's
I'm
lovely.
sorry that we missed you as well, Julia.
I know.
Charlie and I were due to see Julia in the bear house, but unfortunately, due to all the lockdown thing, and we were all over the place. So
Emergency
sorry we missed you.
meetings.
So first bear. Well, Charlie, you've got a bit of a sad story really about your first bear. haven't you?
My first bear was a panda, and I firmly believe, in fact, we once did an article about it in Sneaky Peeks, didn't we? Didn't James write it about imprinting?
Yeah.
And I firmly believe in that. I know I had a panda and my sister had a polar bear. Lucy adores, to this day, still has this thing about polar bears, and as you know, I do about pandas.
I know, I would never have guessed that.
And obviously my first bear was a panda, just called Panda, but unfortunately has gone missing. So lost but never forgotten, my panda, my first bear.
That sounds like the story, the Pandy story.
It does, do you remember that?
But that was finally recovered.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think mine will be. It's sort of lost in a house move, but yeah, terribly sad. But I still love my pandas, and I think that's probably now psychologically why I create so many pandas in every collection.
Yeah.
William's story, on the other hand,
Yes.
This is my very first bear ever. He's actually losing his smile, Charlie.
He is. We're going to have to fix him,
Well,
aren't we?
he's been in the music. He is not for sale. He is not a Charlie bear. So I need to put that down from the very start. However, he's been very well loved. He was actually a Jumbo Toys or something like that, I think. And I always remember the day when I fell in love with Big Fred. This is Big Fred. And I was a very small child, and it was available through a chemist on Horsforth New Roadside. And it was the biggest bear I'd ever seen. He was standing in the window, absolutely amazing. And I said to Mum and Dad, I really like him, never believing that ever I would own a bear so wonderful. And at Christmas that year came. I've been a very good boy that year, which, believe it or not, I know, right? Hard to believe. And I woke up at my normal time on Christmas Day morning, and there was a huge box at the bottom of my bed. And I had an inkling who it was, but I dragged him across the landing to my mum and dad's bedroom. I'm actually getting a bit choked up. Honestly, he's so emotional.
It's lovely.
And he became my best friend. And, I have my brother and sister, and they were amazing. But, so this is Big Fred. This is my very first bear, and he's been with me ever since.
But you love big boxes at Christmas,
So
don't you?
this is why I get so excited by the bigger bears, you see. So we talk about imprinting, and we talk about how, certain bears are very special to you. This is my very special bear.
And you love the big boxes, and still to this day, you always have one big box to open at Christmas. Normally, it's got
Even
lots
if it's
of
got a small thing in.
Well, it does normally. I make it like a pass the parcel, and it's a box within a box within a box.
And where does Big Fred live now?
Big Fred lives in the museum, in the gallery here,
Does.
and he overlooks all of the visitors as they come in. So he's the only
Manor.
Charlie bear. He's the only bear in the gallery that isn't a Charlie bear. So this is Big Fred. There we go. So that's my fella. So there you go, mate. You can go back now and do your thing.
Yeah.
And he's got his little plastic nose as well.
Thank you for that question,
And I'm
Julia.
going to sort
it's lovely.
We're going to sort his smile
We
out.
are.
Yeah, make him
We
smile
are.
again.
Yeah.
Okay, we are heading back over to Helen with another question. Helen, over to you.
Thanks, team. Gosh, down here again in the museum. Now, little bit closer to home this time, but still across the water, I have got the very lovely Sharon.
Hello there. Can you tell me who you are and where you're talking to us from?
Hello, Helen. My name's Sharon Geisley, and I'm from Northern Ireland.
Oh, Oh, welcome, Sharon. It's lovely to see you. I've not seen you for absolutely ages. I think it's well over a year since I've seen you.
It is. It is too long.
Way too long. Way too long. Now,
Yeah.
who's that handsome boy I can see in the background?
That's Gus and Touche and Ngardi.
Oh, how beautiful! How beautiful. Oh, and there's another one there. Is that
That's
Thomas?
little Thomas. He's one of the first 12.
Wow. So Sharon, tell me, how many bears have you got?
Over 500.
Pardon?
Over 500.
Good grief. Does your husband know?
Yes. But he's not allowed in the bear room. He's banned.
Is he? Is that because he's got grubby paws?
He's just not allowed near them. He can buy me them, but he's not allowed near them.
I like a woman who's got her priorities sorted out.
Yep.
Marvellous. So Sharon, I know you've got a bit of a question for Charlie and Will. Do you want to ask it?
I do. Hello, Charlie and Will. You have been invited to an event to talk about the success of your company and the amazing bears that have sold out so quickly, and memories for both of you. You're only allowed to bring one bear. What bear would that be?
Oh my, that is such a tough question. You're a hard woman, you are, I tell you. What a great question.
I'm curious to see the answer.
Me too. Charlie and Will, do tell all.
Thank you, Sharon. And Thomas. Thomas with stitches, I noticed, actually.
With stitches.
With stitches. So we had the conversation. If you missed it earlier, whiz back, look at that. Right, what a great question. So, okay, so business... right, no, I mean, this is quite a
really
big
hard
question.
for
Right,
me.
okay, we can only take one bear. Now, everybody's going to expect me to say the obvious answer, and you would guess it. So therefore, I'm going to go slightly off pat. It's a business event, and we're talking about things selling out quickly, and we're talking about, the success of the business and that kind of thing. 2 bears sold out very quickly. Plush.
Well,
This is going to be sad if Benji knows me better than you do. I'm just saying.
okay. I've got my answer.
It would have
Cheers.
to be the QVC
Cheers.
pair, wouldn't it?
1, 2, 3.
Abby and a cutie.
No! Anyway.
But only because he said how quickly they sold out. I think they must have been some of the fastest
Abbe
selling
and a
bears we
cutie.
ever did.
Yeah. Abbe sold out in 4 minutes. This was a Today Special value back in 2011, I believe it was. And he sold out in 4 minutes, and the other one sold out in 11 minutes. And for anybody who doesn't know about QVC, it's a shopping channel, and it caused them absolute chaos for the whole day. We were actually called into a meeting the next day to be told off.
Oh, we weren't told off. Don't
Yes, we
take
were.
that.
We were on the naughty step again.
No.
But no, I mean, it was
were not
it was
told.
absolutely incredible.
They
So
were
there's a
told
lookout
us.
for Abby and a cutie. So yours, Charlie. Do we get to guess?
Well, you can have a guess if you want.
Okay, big or small? Small.
Small,
Male or female?
male,
Ooh, small male. And plush or mohair?
plush,
Dark or light?
light.
Light, small, male. Punch on the pig.
That's pink.
Anyway, this is Charlie telling you.
No.
This is Charlie telling you who her favourite bear is.
No, absolutely not.
Isn't it?
No, that was not Sharon's
It was.
question. Sharon's question was if there was only one bear you were taking to an event that was about business,
Yeah.
there could only be one bear that I could take.
Okay, I've got my guess.
Please don't tell me Benjamin knows me better than you do. Boom, boom.
Shall I whisper?
Yes, please. Not to me.
See, in the right category.
Shall I whisper?
Right, okay.
Can you tell me what it is?
He just whispered, can you tell me what it is?
Shall I'll tell you what, I'll put you, Ben was the closest,
Yeah.
right?
Come on.
It would be Jake, the first bear we ever made.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Wouldn't it? Because we would have to show where we came from, our little acorn.
That's amazing.
It would have to be Jake.
I thought
it would have to be the first
I was nearly
bear.
there with it. It was just, I was just.
And not because he's my
guess
favourite
it's
of all
Toby.
time.
Was it? Nice. You were in the right lines.
Absolutely.
Very
Right
similar to
year.
me. Well done.
Right, let's jump to some questions now.
Questions.
We're going to take some live questions, so let's have a look. Can we have, now this is an interesting question, because I think I know how you're going to answer this. Can we have some Christmas tree decorations that are replicas of bears, e.g. an elf bauble, for example?
Oh. That's nice.
I really like that idea.
So we recently brought out a new collection, which are essentially key rings, but could double up as tree decorations.
We had, in fact, last year our tree was full of tiddly poms, wasn't it? And we have in the past used the Charlie Bear key rings as bear decorations. So again, loving that idea, and anything is plausible. We could do that for sure.
Thank you for jumping on, Sharon Bear. We will be getting some more anniversary Mickey in the USA, so please send your requests to adoptions@charliebears.com. So thank you for that, Sharon. Sharon is over in the States taking your call right now.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. And we've got the team downstairs, Clary Bear, and we've got...
Yeah, well, they put a picture
Melanie
on
Bear.
Facebook, didn't they? They're all in
They're
their
all
pyjamas.
in their gym jams.
They're all in their gym jams. 'cause
Oh, I'll
it's
say
past
hi to
their
everybody
bedtime.
down
They're
there.
having
So
a
thank you very
pyjama
much for
party.
that.
And then we got Australia as well.
Australia's
Yay.
going to be there in about an hour.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, won't be
yeah.
long.
Fair
Somebody said, can we do more musical bears?
I love this idea. Growlers, musical. We've had tinkle boxes. Oh, I
I
know.
really loved Hans and Odette.
Yes.
Would
the
you
musical
consider
ones.
doing anniversary Gus?
Ooh.
Please
She
more.
didn't say no.
Please more dogs.
Yes, I've seen that. Lots of requests for
Schnauzer.
dogs. Bulldogs, Dachshunds, Staffies, Frenchies, all kinds of popular dogs.
Yeah.
A steampunk bear, please.
Oh, yay.
I've got one of those hats.
Yeah,
I love it.
steampunk
Well,
hat.
actually, the
I think you
marionette-
wore it when we did the reveal one
Did
year.
I?
You did the.
You
When you
did.
did your.
Oh, yes.
Willy
Yeah,
Wonka.
yeah.
In fact, the marionette that we brought out, pantomime this year, he's got, if any our keen-eyed collectors will see, there's a little bit of steampunk-esque going on. in
Can
this
we
little
make
hat.
a... Hang on, wait, where was that? Need a husky. Yeah, that's fine. Cozy Toes anniversary bears, please, Charlie and Will. More dogs. Golden Doodle.
Oh, that's a
Golden
golden
Doodle.
retriever.
And a
with
poodle.
A poodle.
I love those names.
What do they call a bulldog and a shih tzu? Anyway, what
Can we
about
have a
anniversary
lioness
Gilbert?
For Braveheart, Catherine asks.
That would be very
Stop
cute.
it.
Lioness. What colour is Mushroom? What colour would you describe Mushroom as, Charlie?
Mushroomy.
I would have said he has little
like a
hints of
bluey
sort
grey,
of
isn't
bluey
he?
greys with this gorgeous little tipping. It's sort of like a little off-white, isn't it?
And is this hat removable? It is stitched down, but you would be able to remove that stitch and take his hat off. Yes,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Too cute.
Well, why would you want to?
I know. Well, maybe he gets a little hot.
It's too delicious.
I do a little bit. Lots of love for Ben. Aw, thanks, guys.
Bear furniture?
Can we have fridge magnets?
Ooh. See, that's another nice idea,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that is a nice idea.
It is. The nice little
Would they be
add-ons.
furry or would they be like the pin badges, a different kind of material?
I don't know. I would have to think about that.
And
I suppose if it was in a kitchen, they should really be wipeable, though, shouldn't they? So possibly not furry.
yeah, I guess. This one's very topical. Charlie Bear's face mask, please. So what? Would it have all like fur on it, and you look like a bear muzzle? Would
Can
it
you
be that?
imagine?
Maybe we should
Little
do like an
embroidered
open
nose.
mouth, gorgeous giggler or something.
But you can't do
Yeah, there we go.
that.
And then there was one last question, Benji. I'm sure there's loads of questions here. Somebody wanted a bigger bear with a beard. Dora Yarbury, thank you very much for that question.
But remember, we did Fraggle and Gump,
Yes,
didn't we?
did,
And
yeah, yeah,
Teasel,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they had
They
little beards.
There we go.
So again, it's not impossible. Everybody's really challenging me
I
this
know.
time.
Are we meeting more
Will.
bears yet?
No, not yet. Will, can we explain again what's happening in Australia? We're getting lots of queries about
Okay,
it.
dokie. So Australia, what is happening is that we have released 50% of the allocated stock for Australia is now available online. Okay. We're then going to release a further 50% because there are people who can't get on the internet, etc. And our bear cubs are going to be in the office at 8 a.m. Australia Eastern Time. So our bear cubs are going to be in the office. They can take your telephone call, or alternatively, you can order online. So it's 50-50. 50% of the stock is available now, and will sell out at some stage. And then the other 50% of the stock is going to be available at 8 a.m. And the reason we've done that is because it is very, very early in Perth right now. So it's going to be probably about 4 o'clock in the morning, I believe. So we didn't want to put pressure onto those guys to have to order at that time. So I know there's a lot of controversy about it. We're doing everything we possibly can to try and make it easy for people for all of these shows. And please be assured that we are talking as a team and working through everything as we go along.
We will find a solution.
We will, and we'll work it all through and make sure that everybody can, well, as many people as possible can get their most loved bears.
Thank you, Will. So one last plead before we move on to our next bear is Anniversary Jake, please.
Oh, we did an Anniversary Jake, didn't we? A bigger version.
No, it was part of the Best Friends Club that we did one year, which was kind of like a little oversized Jake bear, but not a true anniversary.
There's a major issue with this, in that the fabric which we used for Jake and Kai is now almost impossible to buy.
It's obsolete.
It's obsolete. Yeah. And the machines that manufacture that fabric are also obsolete. We've actually, as a company, we've actually tried to buy the machines, believe it or not, but the people that own them don't want to let them go.
Because it looks like it's
like an imitation
mohair. Yeah, absolutely, and called cohair, as Ben said.
So there are some finer finer types of that available, but it's not quite as
not exactly the same, so that you could produce an exact replica.
So
however,
we keep looking.
We do, and as technology moves on, and there are lots of new processes out there now, I would never say never on that, because I'm sure there will be somebody who will be able to create that type of...
Never about
never say
never
never.
Say never. No, because that would just be boring, wouldn't it?
Right, guys, we need to move on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hand over to you in a second, but I'm just going to start by saying, ready, Teddy, go.
So it's a certain little boy's birthday today, isn't it? We must say that first of all.
Okay, so shall we... We're going to... I guess he's going to be up online. So we're going to pop him up here. So this is our anniversary Puddles. Or Puddles. Is it anniversary Puddles?
It's
or just
Puddles.
Okay, he's limited to 100 pieces. There are...
In the UK?
Worldwide. And there are 99 available. The reason why there is 99 available is because I have one personally. Because he's my little boy, and of course we wanted to have one in. And obviously we've also got the original piece, which sits in the gallery
for everybody to enjoy.
So anybody who doesn't know, Puddles is our dog, also known as Captain Puddlemaker. He is a black and tan Cocker Spaniel.
You had to think about that.
I know.
It's just, I'm trying to think about so many things because I just know what's going on. It's just going to be absolutely crazy out there. We apologise. This is a limited edition of only 100 pieces, and the reason for that is that the fabric that we've used on this was literally end of run, wasn't it?
It is, and that's what we've been trying to do with a lot of the Cuddle Time pieces that we're seeing. We're making much smaller limits. It's a run where we just literally have the one production run. When we run out of the fabric, that's it, and that's how many we can make. With Puddles, it happened that we only had that amount of fabric spare, and like I say, we're very green here at Charlie Bears, so we wanted to just utilise every little pourful of fabric that we can.
I'm just going to give him a little
So
spin.
we did have Captain Puddlemaker out before in the mohair design, in a mini mo.
Right, okay, so that's why this is almost an anniversary piece, but it's not called anniversary because this one's just called Puddles. Because that's his shortened name.
It is.
When his proper name is Captain Puddlemaker. Why Captain Puddlemaker?
Because he jumps in puddles.
He does.
And makes puddles.
He does. He does. Both, either, or all.
Actually, I was out with... I go on a walk every week with our next door neighbour and one of our collectors' husbands, actually. Pete Goodchild. So, hi. And he said, I can see exactly why he got his name. Because he literally jumps in every single puddle there is.
He does.
Okay, guys, I'm afraid this is sold out in the UK. I'm just awaiting on updates for the USA and Australia. So let's quickly jump in and talk about him while we've got the chance, when we've still got some available in other locations. So he stands.
He does stand. He's got the flat paw pads. So he's, like I say,
Excuse me.
a complete replica of the Mini-Mo Captain Puddle Maker that we made. Captain Puddle Maker could stand, so we had to make Puddles stand too. But like I said, only 100. And I know he's going to go quickly, but he's absolutely adorable. And really, don't you think, complete serendipity today, because it's actually Puddles' birthday. He's 7 today, isn't he?
Little Puds.
Look, he's got that little heart around his neck.
I know.
The key to your heart.
Absolutely. I think he's the key to everybody's heart at work, really. He likes to share himself around, doesn't he? Whenever anybody's down, he always seems to go and find.
Guys, I'm afraid, I'm sorry to say that Puddle Maker, or Puddles here, has gone. He is gone. He's left the building. There'll be more available in Australia at 8 a.m. Eastern time, but I'm afraid for now he has sold out in the USA and the UK.
Very well done if you managed to get him.
Done.
He's a very, very super and very special piece. So, and of course, one of the pieces which has been causing a lot of controversy. We know that, and you know we're trying to do something about that as we speak. So, just to reiterate as well about the free shipping. The free shipping is available within the region. So we can't ship, for example, if you think, well, I'm going to ring Australia now and get Puddle. The free shipping wouldn't apply for shipping from Australia to the UK. It's only within Australia, within the USA and surrounding islands, and within Europe.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yep. Right, we're going to go back over to Helen now, see whereabouts in the world she has landed. Helen, are you enjoying the show?
Thanks, guys. Oh my goodness, how exciting is this show now? For this young lady, I've gone a very long way. Lorraine, hello.
Hi, Lorraine. How are you?
Hi, Helen. How are you in England?
Oh, we're great. It's lovely to see you. Now, where in the world are you?
I'm in Melbourne, in Australia, where I migrated 30 odd years ago.
Crikey. I thought I could hear a little bit of Pom in your voice.
Yes, I was born in London, but I go to England as often as I can, and I love it. I come to the Bear House every time.
I saw you not very long ago, didn't I, in the Bear House?
Pretty much exactly a year ago, and I met Charlie and Will, and that was so exciting. It was really thrilling that day.
Oh, now how long have you been collecting bears for?
I've been collecting since 2013, when I fell in love with Mrs. Lovely. And my friend David bought her for me, and it's been an addiction ever since, and I'm permanently on the naughty step because I buy just about everything that's going now.
Oh, I can see some of your hug. I mean,
Yeah.
I love them all, but Isabel Masterpiece looks just beautiful there.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. I love all the flowers in her hair.
What a stunner, what a stunner. So I hear you've got a bit of a question.
Yes, I have. I'm a cat breeder, and I would love to see Charlie and Will produce a Norwegian forest cat. And there's lots of breeders, and they're big tabbies, and they have a lovely white tip to their tail. They're pretty, very pretty cats. The biggest cats apart from the Maine Coon.
Oh, and what would you call it?
I would call it Skog, S-K-O-G, and that's Skog. It's pronounced in Norwegian, and it means forest. So it's the forest cat.
Do you know what? That is such a lovely, lovely, lovely idea. Charlie and Will, can we have a forest cat called Skog, please?
Wow, I looked online today at the Norwegian. Have you seen the Norwegian forest cat?
No. It's quite big, isn't it?
It's massive.
Yeah.
I'm
Really
kind
big.
of hoping that those images are not like you know when they do these fake images.
I don't
But
think it is a fake
honestly,
image.
this lady was holding the cat, and it literally, its head was here, and its feet was like right down here. So I was thinking, I thought, do you know what? Actually, Lorraine, we should probably do a life-size version.
Are they domesticated?
I believe so. I think they're
I reckon
closely...
they'd probably nick your washing.
I think, like Lorraine said, I think they're closely related to the Maine Coon cat. And I know they're quite big, aren't they?
They're incredible.
Absolutely stunning.
Totally incredible.
Stunning. And again, available in different colours and things like that. So
This really has turned into Challenge Charlie today.
It has.
It
But
has.
no, that's a really good one, I think. I think that's brilliant. And we should actually do it like on the pictures, where it just literally flops.
So like a life-size, fully
So
grown
like-
adult Norwegian forest cat.
Like,
Or a kitten. Would you do a kitten?
I'm trying to think
or
whether
would you
we've
do
actually launched these
the
pieces or
full-
not.
Oh, well then don't.
I'm just going to no longer say anything.
No, definitely not.
Easiest way.
Anyway,
Okay, well, thank you very much for that, Lorraine.
thank you, Lorraine.
Lovely
and
question.
We are heading back over to Helen now for our final trip around the world. Helen, tell me, did you see Puddles?
Wow, what have we just seen? I think I'm losing my mind now. Over the pond. Peggy, are you there?
Hi, Peggy, is that you? How are you?
Fine, Helen, how are you?
I'm great. Now, Peggy, tell everybody, where in the world are you?
We live in a little township just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the US of A.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's so lovely to talk to you. I haven't seen you since, it was last year I saw you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about a year ago. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
lovely.
wonderful.
How long, Peggy, have you been collecting Charlie bears?
A little over 2 years now.
Well, that looks like you've got quite a good hug going. How many have you got?
Well, I stopped counting at 150.
Oh,
So a little over 150 now.
you know what? You obviously love your bears. I mean, look
I
how
do.
they're displayed.
Everyone.
I love your wolf family.
Yes, I love them. The wolves are my favorite.
Oh, they are beautiful. Is that Tushy I can see?
Yes, he is my first Charlie bear. So he's my favorite.
He is gorgeous. He is gorgeous. Right. So, I hear that you've got a question for Charlie and Will. Do you want to ask them it?
Yes, I do. Will and Charlie, would you ever consider making a set of woodland critters? Winter Wonderland set, maybe make them baby animals? A winter white wolf, of course. A snowshoe rabbit, albino moose, a wood mouse, a forest bear, or a dormouse?
Oh, for goodness sake, you've got it all planned, Peggy. Do you know what? Baby cubs, oh, that sounds just awesome.
Oh, good. Because I know it appeals to me. I didn't know if it would appeal to anyone
And
else.
you've got your own little cub there.
Oh, I do. This is Emmy again.
Hello, Emmy. Right, Charlie and Will, can we have some Winter Wonderland cubs, please?
Well, I think first and foremost, Charlie, we need an Emmy.
Oh, we do.
Little Emmy, did you see?
Oh.
You were too cute. What are you looking at?
Well, Charlie's just been showing me the final bear that's coming up in just a couple of minutes. And, well, yeah, I can't really say any more about it.
Well, thank you very much indeed for your question. Stop it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed for your question, Peggy. I sent you an email.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we do talk to each other. I sent you an email with some details from a collector who sent me this most amazing picture of an Arctic fox.
Yes. And an Arctic hare.
An Arctic hare. And another white animal. I can't remember what it was.
So
Another
funny.
white animal.
Yeah. Not a polar
Polar
bear.
bear?
No, it wasn't a polar
No,
bear.
it
That's too
wasn't.
easy. But they were like woodland Arctic animals. And they were just amazing.
It was a snowshoe rabbit.
That's the one.
It was indeed.
So
isn't that?
So you've been
See, look,
told?
coincidence.
I
know.
did that
I
design.
love that question, Peggy.
Peggy, thank you for that.
you. And absolutely, we are always getting asked for the little woodland animals. Little dormouse. Oh, reminds me of Alice.
How sweet would that be? It'd be so
It'd just
tiny.
be teeny.
It'd probably be the smallest bear.
So thank
It
you very
would,
much
it
indeed for
would.
that question. And thank you
Thank
to
you.
all of our international
Yes.
guests for your questions. If you want to be part of that, you want to get involved with the Ask a Question to Us live, send an email to shop@charliebears.com, where our wonderful Helen will select the lucky people who are going to do it.
think it's lovely.
Be brave, do it. And, we probably need some people from the UK as well next time, do we?
We do. Where in
We've
the
been all-
world?
Where in the world?
Well, I think what's nice about it at the moment is it's a bit of travelology when
I love that.
when we can't get out and about around
Yeah.
Yeah.
the world. We
It's
can
nice.
virtually take a tour around the world
Yeah.
and meet our collectors.
We've
and,
met
and
some
their
amazing
hugs.
collectors.
Just
And thank
incredible.
you so much for doing that. We know you all being extremely brave.
You are.
Really
It's just
are.
lovely to see your hugs at home as well.
It is.
Yes. Okay, so
Nice.
can we have a plush Puddles?
We need a white Peking duck called Howard.
Oh,
Bobtail cat, please.
Bobtail cat. Heidi Bacon says, happy birthday, Puddles.
Oh, thank you.
A platinum fox would be amazing.
Platinum fox.
We've done a silver one before.
And
Frank
Jay Hensley just shouted me. I don't know why.
Me.
and
was that
Mr.
Edith?
Hensley. Do you like the sound of that one, Mr. Hensley?
Mr. Hensley.
Miniature schnauzer in mohair, please.
Is there a birthday box this year?
Oh. Yes.
And when can I place my pre-order?
Okie dokie. So, the birthday party is something which we hold every year. We're very proud of it. It's on the 14th of November this year, and it's normally around about this time. And it's normally something that we do to be able to celebrate with all of our retailers all around the world where we have parties in store.
Yeah.
Now, because obviously we have a situation with COVID, we don't want to encourage people to go to retailers. So we have decided...
We don't want to encourage people to go in store to see the retailers,
yes,
to a physical party.
Physically to a party.
Yeah.
So basically, what we are suggesting that you do is closer to the time, if you contact your local retailer, we are going to be making ways of suggesting how to do some virtual birthday parties and some virtual openings at the same time, that kind of thing.
It's the new normal, isn't it? These
is.
days.
It is, I'm afraid. We're going to be doing that in our own bar house here in the gallery, in the shop. And we're going to be telling our retailers how they can do that as well. So you have to get in touch with your own local retailer, and they will be able to talk you through whether they are going to be part of the virtual birthday party celebrations.
Yeah, we will be actually, I believe, listing everybody that's holding a birthday party nearer the time, so that you can see in each continent where they're going to
And so the other part of the question was, can we place a pre-order?
When can I place my pre-order?
Sorry.
Yeah. Normally with the birthday bears, when I say normally, it just seems so strange saying
Well,
that
I know
now,
in January Zoom was nice, Ollie, wasn't it?
It was. It was indeed. It was. I know. Normally, people would have to visit stores and to get their birthday bear, and then should there have been any little bears left at the end of the birthday party day, then stockists would always place them online so that you could then order them online. However, like both Will and Ben have said, it's a little different this year. So again, please contact your stockist and they'll be able to help you with that.
When I was born, a microwave was an affectionate welcome from a little person.
Oh my goodness me.
It's a true story.
Well, yeah, it's the worst joke of the night. Can Charlie Bears make... Yeah, it was much better.
Come on, give me some love for that one. Love signs.
Can we make some more key rings, like the moaning ones, the metal ones?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Did you ever dream in your wildest imagination that Charlie Bears would become the most sought-after bear in the world and that you would have touched the hearts of old and young alike? Oh.
This made me feel really emotional. No, I never did. And I still...
What was your hope? When you started the business, what was your hope?
I really wanted to put bears out that I knew people could afford and collect, and I really was hoping that we would be able to get this little bear community going, because the bear industry at the time, it just had that lackluster, and I felt like we needed to do something to make a difference, and I knew that we could bring something out that was truly gorgeous, and I really, really wanted to do that. Now, sitting here today, I kind of sit there and we still pinch ourselves, don't we? We've all done it, where the community is so vast and we hear these wonderful stories of collectors that, you know, in the past they've forged friendships through Facebook, they've met up, they've had coffee mornings, they're all supporting each other. The Facebook community that we've got, they're just wonderful and supportive to all of us, but more so to each other. And that's something which to me is the thing that I'm most proudest of as a company, and I'm sure Ben and Will all agree as well. It's the one thing that makes us sit there and think, do you know what, we know why we do this, because...
Well, I think, you know, communities like, you know, our community, or various communities on Facebook, have been very important through this time of, you know, isolation and...
Benji's so important, and, you know, I've been on... I mean, Charlie and I through this whole period have been obviously trying to manage the sites in Australia and the USA. So therefore, we are literally up 24 hours a day sometimes. And actually going online at Facebook at any time of day or night, and there is somebody on there, you know, offering words of encouragement or help or whatever it may be to other collectors. And so therefore, you know, keep that up. Thank you very much for keeping it a wonderful page, and being enjoyable.
I know.
So Jana is saying we need more stockists in Germany. Jana, if you were listening at the beginning of the show, Will said if you know of any shops in your local area, then please do contact Charlie Bears, and we can reach out to them and then hopefully have them in a store near you.
Yeah.
Look out for Charlie Bears Direct Germany. Did I slip that out?
What is happening, very quickly, before we move on to our final very exciting bear, what is happening with Sparkle Saturday? So for those people that don't know what Sparkle Saturday is, one, what is Sparkle Saturday and what's happening this year?
Normally we have a huge event here. It just happens just for one day a year where you can come down and visit the bear house, and we have some amazing, I like to call them bear games.
Yeah.
Trying
much better than Will's joke.
Bear games. So that's what we normally do. It's chaotic, it's fun, it's lovely. It's a great way for collectors to meet each other and us to meet the collectors, and it's fantastic. Brilliant day. With the current situation, I do feel that it is totally inappropriate to run that sort of event here.
Okay.
However, Charlie Bears never, ever, ever turns down a challenge, and I feel challenged to do something on that day. So we will be doing something. We don't quite know what yet, but it's all in the melting pot, and we're going to come up with a solution, and we're going to post it online. And again, that will be towards the end. It's normally the last weekend in November. So keep looking at Facebook, keep checking with the Cubs.
Okay, so
and
there
we'll give you
will
information.
be
There will be something.
There'll be something, but it won't be a gathering
In the
here.
usual guise, no, there'll be no
It'll be
gathering
something
here.
a bit different, which I think we all
Yes.
understand. Go on.
No. I was actually going to. I was going
sorry,
to
we're
read out.
keeping you.
I was going to read out the most amazing joke, right? But actually, I picked up on a better comment. Charlie Bears has been a strong connection between my son, me and my son, since he was small, and he's now 17. We still go and get one at least once a year each. I love the connection we share through your products.
Oh, you can't ruin that with a rubbish joke.
That's
now, can
lovely.
you?
No.
And I'm not
Definitely
going to.
Right, okay,
Linz,
guys.
Brennan, your jokes are terrible. So thank you very much.
It is time now to meet our final character. Again, it's a bit of a ready, Teddy, go moment, so I'm just going to hand it straight over to you
So
guys.
if you just say immediately, there's only 200 globally, and I know, but with the mohair pieces and the amount of bears we could make and the fabric that we had available, this is how it worked out. So I am
talk really
apologising.
quickly. Talk us through the
This
bear.
is Mr. Widget. So he is a little anniversary piece of a much larger Mr. Widget. In fact, we even have a shop dedicated to Mr. Widget.
Mr. Widget's Gadget Shop.
We do. So this is anniversary Mr. Widget. Like I said, there's only 200. They are spread globally, so it's not all here just in the UK. He's truly scrumptious. I know earlier we had a question about some of the older bear designs. This is very much one of those, but in a mohair form. But you never know, maybe we should start with badges and things like this as well to go with Mr. Widget. I think that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Pick everybody's favourites that maybe we can't put into the anniversary series and maybe make pin badges of them. Would perhaps be a nice compromise. But he is gorgeous. He is really, really beautiful. Again, I'm so sorry that we could only make 200. But obviously, everything we do here at Charlie Bears is handmade. We don't have an infinite amount of production time. So to squidge everybody's pre-ordering and also have the Cuddle Time shows running, as well as the QVC, the Best Friends Club, everything else, we only have so much time to make
We
that.
do indeed. However, we have been listening to our collectors.
We have.
And there is some things that we're going to be doing for next year, which is going to make it a little easier to get some of these most sought after pieces. But, you know, obviously we can't press the button and it happen immediately. These things have a 6 to 12 month lag before we can actually make some changes. So we know that he's going to be very difficult to find. he normally will sell out within the UK very, very quickly. I don't know where we are with it.
Haven't had an update yet.
Right,
though,
I guess they're all just on phone calls at the moment.
Yeah, possibly.
But don't forget, so we've got stock in the UK, stock in the USA, and
some stock in Australia released now.
And then some stock is going to be released in about an hour and a half, I believe it is, I think. So yeah, he's just incredible. Limited to just 200 pieces.
So did the original Mr. Widget stand?
He did indeed. Yep, and much, much taller.
He was a big boy.
He was indeed. He was much larger. So, of course, we have miniaturised this. We've not supersized the Mr. Widget. But gorgeous. And a hark back, I think, which is lovely.
It's absolutely beautiful. You know, you've got that lovely sparse fur there around the nose. He just looks, you know, very wise, very worldly wise.
He does.
You know, he knows what he's doing. Okay, so I'm just getting an update that he has sold out in the UK. I'll await for an update on the USA and Australia. So if you manage to get him in the UK, well done. I will just say that where Puddles and Anniversary Mr. Widget are concerned, in the UK or actually anywhere in the world, if you've missed out, please do email adoptions@charliebears.com. Because there may be some cancellations or some returns, etc.
And we do also have a very small pool full of stock for people who don't have an internet access.
Yeah, so some people won't be watching.
Yeah, so we have to save them for that, and then once those are either gone or not gone, then we can release that stock as well, don't forget.
Trying to make it as fair as possible for all of our
We do
collectors.
indeed, yeah. I mean, it's very difficult to get the right balance because, you know, these pieces are very, very sought after, and it's, you know, it's very much like us buying certain things that we've been trying to buy for you recently on collectibles, and you know, it's very frustrating sometimes. But
it can be, but I think that's part of it.
It is part of it.
So he's sold out in the USA, and again, I'll just wait for an update on Australia. While we wait for that update on Australia, let's just have a quick recap of what we've seen. So we started here. We've seen you, yeah, that's right.
We've met
Can't
William.
forget
See
that.
Charlie.
So we
And
started,
Seen you again.
Yay! So we started here with Anniversary Elf at the top
We
of the
did
show.
indeed.
And he was limited, or not limited, but
Limited in production to 600
to
pieces.
600 pieces. Okay, fantastic. So that is your Anniversary Elf there, still available globally in small numbers. Then we moved on to Anniversary McKinley. So
rather
Anniversary
larger.
McKinley
Will
did
you stand
sell
on that?
out. Anniversary McKinley did sell out in the USA, but there is more stock arriving. So again, please email adoptions@charliebears.com
Oh, you put them on there.
in order to register your interest for him. There are some stocks left in the UK and also in Australia. We then moved on to this pin badge set down here, which was the three fathers. So we had Father of the Forest, Grandfather of the Mountains, and Lord of the Arctic. A pin badge set that's limited to 300 pieces. All of the numbers will come matched, so matching numbers there. Again, there is still stocks available globally for those. We then saw for the very first time Mushroom here and Nifty. So Mushroom and Nifty, again, were not released yet in Australia and the USA because they are not in stock. When they do come into stock, then you'll be notified. So register your interest if you're in the USA or Australia by emailing adoptions@charliebears.com. And the guys will contact you as soon as it comes in stock. And at that stage, you'll still get free shipping on those items. It is now available in the UK. But if you were to order, say, from Australia, from the UK now, there would be a shipping fee incurred on those. We then moved on to Puddles, who unfortunately did sell out everywhere. Again, if you've missed out, please do email adoptions. I just feel like I keep repeating adoptions@charliebears.com. Because there may be some cancellations or some returns. And then finally, we had our Anniversary Mr. Widget, who has now sold out everywhere, but again, in Australia, more stock available at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yep. Thank you very much for all of your questions and your suggestions. We have teams of people, and including Charlie and myself, who look through all of the questions which have been raised throughout the Cuddle Time performance. And so we write down all those suggestions. So the wonderful things like coasters and slippers and that kind of thing, I've seen those come up. So thank you very much indeed for those. There was a question about when is our next Cuddle Time?
Yes, I've just seen that.
December.
It's December.
It's December.
Yeah.
No date set in the diary.
I should imagine it will involve Christmas jumpers.
Yes, but it will definitely be in December. No date as yet. I think we just need to double check where we
JJ
are
loves
with
a
the
Christmas
production.
jumper.
Same one.
Same one every year.
Or he keeps tagging it and takes it back after Christmas jumper day.
Yeah.
JJ, you don't.
And Will, can you just give us an update on the delivery of bears during this time? You know, we've got some people asking about Q2 bears and etc.
Wow. Okay. Right. So we obviously there's been problems worldwide, and logistics is one of the biggest hit areas of the world issues in terms of the knock-on effects and that kind of thing. And essentially, there is problems with moving containers all around the world. So there is an element of knock-on effect. We are doing really, really well. However, there are certain bears which have been affected by it. And we just can't do anything about it. So we're trying to minimise the delay where possible. I'm actually going to be putting up a post tomorrow morning, which will explain all this in more detail, actually. So bear with me on that, and I will put the post up for you.
Fantastic. Well, we'll look out for that post in the morning then. Well, that's it, guys. That's, you know,
I
that's
can't
all.
believe honestly, it's just
went
gone so
so
quickly. That's just
quickly.
amazing.
Yes.
Thank you
Flown
very
by.
much for joining us. We've had a wonderful evening from Ben, from Charlie, and from myself. A very good evening to you all. Have sweet dreams and a great afternoon in the States and a wonderful day in Australia. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.